Joni Mitchell was born on November 7th, 1943, in McLeod, Alberta, Canada, and attended public schools in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. While pursuing a career as a commercial artist at the Alberta College of Art in Calgary, she discovered she could earn extra money singing traditional ballads in a local coffee house called The Depression. As time went on, she found she enjoyed singing more than painting and decided to make a trek to the Mariposa Folk Festival in Ontario, then a 3-day trip east on the Canadian Pacific. On the way, she wrote her first song, a blues number called Day After Day, timed to the sound the wheels of the train made on the rails. Well, it's our good fortune that Joni Mitchell has not stopped composing or singing since that day. Let's go back now to the tent of the Mississippi River Festival. If you've never heard Joni Mitchell, you've got a treat coming. And if you have, you don't need any more words from me, except here's Miss Joni Mitchell.
Chelsea morning, and the first thing that I heard was a song outside my window, and the traffic wrote the words. It came a-ringing up like Christmas bells and wrapping up like pipes and drums. Oh, won't you stay? We'll put on the day and we'll wear it till the night comes. Woke up, it was a Chelsea morning, and the first thing that I saw was the sun through yellow curtains and a rainbow on my wall. The red, green, and gold to welcome you, crimson crystal beads to bedtime. Oh, won't you stay? We'll put on the day. There's a sun show every second. Now the curtain opens on the portrait of today, and the streets are paved with passers-by, and pigeons fly, and papers lie, waiting to blow away. Woke up, it was a Chelsea morning, and the first thing that I knew, there was milk and toast and honey, and a bowl of oranges too, and the sun poured in like butterscotch and stuck to all my senses. Oh, won't you stay? We'll put on the day and we'll talk in present tenses. When the curtain closes and the rainbow runs away, I will bring you incense owls by night, by candlelight, by jewel light, if only you will stay. Pretty baby, won't you wake up? It's a Chelsea morning. There's a man who's been out sailing in a decade full of dreams, and he takes her to a schooner and he treats her like a queen, bearing beads from California with their amber stones and green. He has called her from the harbor, he has kissed her with his freedom. He has heard her off to starboard in the breaking and the breathing of the water wheel. calling out her name, and he hopes her heart can hear 3,000 miles he calls again. He can think her there beside him, he can miss her just the same. He has missed her in the forest while he showed her all the flowers, and the branches sang the chorus as he climbed the scaly towers of a forest tree, while she was somewhere being free. There's a man who sent a letter and he's waiting for reply. He has asked her of her travels since the day they said goodbye. He writes, wish you were beside me, we can make it if we try. He has seen her at the office with her name on all his papers. Through the sharing of the profits, he will find it hard to shake her from his memory. And she's so busy being free. There's a lady in the city and she thinks she loves them all. There's the one who's thinking of her, there's the one who sometimes calls, there's the one who writes her letters with his facts and figures scrawled. She has brought them to her senses, they have laughed inside her laughter. Now she rallies her defenses, for she fears that one will ask her for eternity, for eternity. And she's so busy being free. There's a man who sends her medals, he's bleeding from the war. There's a jouster and a jester and a man who owns a store. There's a drummer and a dreamer, and you know there may be more. She will love them when she sees them, they will lose her if they follow, and she only means to please them. And her heart is full and hollow like a cactus tree, while she's so busy being free. Like a cactus tree, being free. Get ready so slow, there are places to come from and places to go. Night in the city looks pretty to me, night in the city looks fine. Music comes spilling out into the street, colors go flashing in time. chase off those stay-at-home blues. Stairway, stairway, down to the crowds in the street. They go their way, looking for faces to greet, but we run on laughing with no one to meet. Night in the city looks pretty to me. Night in the city looks fine. Music comes spilling out into the street. Colors go waltzing in time. Well, the city isn't always that romantic and swinging and beautiful. Sometimes it's really lonely, and this is a song about a lonely girl in New York City. Actually, it's a medley. It's a song about a lonely girl in New York City named Marcie and a New York cab driver named Nathan Franeer. I like to put them together. Marcie in a coat of flowers stops inside a candy store. Reds are sweet and greens are sour. Still no letter at her door. So she'll wash her flower curtains, hang them in the wind to dry, dust her tables with his shirt and wave another day goodbye. Marcie's faucet needs a plumber. Marcie's sorrow needs a man. Red is autumn, green is summer, greens are turning, and the sand all along the ocean beaches stares up empty at the sky. Marcie buys a bag of peaches, stops a postman passing by, and summer goes, falls to the sidewalk like string and brown paper. Winter blows up from the river, there's no one to take her to the sea. Marcie dresses warm, it's snowing, takes a yellow cab uptown. Red is stop and green is for going, sees a show and rides back down. Down along the Hudson River, past the shipyards in the cold, still no letters being delivered, still the winter days unfold like magazines fading in dusty gray attics, and sailors make a dream back to summer and hear how he tells her, wait for me. Marcie leaves and doesn't tell us where or why she moved away. Red is angry, green is jealous, that was all she had to say. Someone thought they saw her Sunday, window shopping in the rain. Someone heard she bought a one-way ticket and went west again. Hired a coach to take me from confusion to the plain, and though we shared a common space, I know I'll never meet again. The driver with his eyebrows furrowed, in the rearview mirror I read his name, and it was plainly written, Nathan Franeer. I asked him would he hurry, but we crawled the canyon slowly, through the buyers and the sellers, through the burglar bells and the wishing wells. With gangs and girly shows, the ghostly garden grows. The cars and buses bustled through the bedlam of the day. I looked through window glass at streets, and Nathan grumbled at the gray. I saw an aging cripple selling Superman balloons. The city grated through chrome plate. The clock struck slowly noon. Through the tunnel tiled and turning into daylight, once again I am escaping. Once again goodbye to symphonies and dirty trees, with parks and plastic clothes, the ghostly garden grows. He asked me for $1 more, he cursed me to my face. He hated everyone who paid to ride and share his common space. I picked my bags up from the curb and stumbled to the door. Another man reached out his hand, another hand reached out for more. And I filled it full of silver, and I left the fingers counting, and the sky goes on forever without meter maids and peace parades. You feed it all your woes, the ghostly garden grows. You feed it all your woes, the ghostly garden grows. I've been playing the piano in the last year, and I've cooked up about 4 new songs. 2 of them I feel go together, just like I feel Marcie and Nathan tell two ends to a story. And so I call these two songs stuck together Two Houses. And it goes like this. Taxi to your mother's home. She went to Florida and left you with your father's gun alone upon a small white bed. I fell into a dream. You sat up all the night and watched me to see who in the world I might be. I am from the Sunday school. I sing soprano in the upstairs choir. Sat up all the night and watched thee to see who in the world you might be. You called me beautiful. You called your mother. She was very tanned, so you packed your tent and went to live out in the Arizona sand. You are a refugee from a wealthy family. You gave up all the golden factories to see who in the world you lady called the blue boy loud. She took him home, made himself an idol, yes, so he turned to stone. Like a pilgrim she traveled to place her flowers before his granite grace, and she prayed aloud for love to awaken in his face, in his face. Oh, sometimes in the evening he would read to her, roll her in his arms and give his seed to her. She would wake in the morning without him and go to the window and look out through the pane. But the statue in her garden always looked the same. He looked the same. comes after midnight to find her again. He will come a few times more till he finds a lady statue standing in a door. In a door. New York is an amazing city, and every time I go there, I write a story. Here's another story that it's about a New York street musician who played real good for free, and that's the name of the song. He played real good for free, and it's in a kind of a Gene Autry country and western riff. Funky Gene Autry, of course. To you. I guess that's Roy Rogers, isn't it? I slept last night in a good hotel. I went shopping today for jewels. The wind rushed around in the dirty town, and the children let out from their schools. I was standing on a noisy corner, waiting for the walking green. Across the street he stood, and he played real good on his clarinet for free. Me, I play for fortunes and those velvet curtain calls. Caught a black limousine and two white men escorting me to the halls. I play if you have the money now, or if you're a friend to me. But the one-man band by the quick lunch stand, he was playing real good for free. Nobody stopped to hear him, though he played so sweet and high. They knew he had never been on their TV, so they passed his music by. I meant to go over and ask for a song, maybe put on a harmony. and for free. You to sing with me. This is a song that I didn't write. It's one of the greatest songs I ever heard. It's by a friend of mine named Dino Valente, and it's called "Come On People, Smile on Your Brother, Everybody Get Together and Love One Another, Yeah, Yeah," which is not a bad idea. So the chorus goes like this. Well, let me run through it. I'll give you a couple of times in the middle. People now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, come on and love one another right now, or roughly so, as soon as I find the chorus. Try it with me. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, come on and love. You can make the mountains ring, make the angels cry. Oh, the bird is on the wing, though we don't know why. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, come on and love one another right now. If you hear this song I sing, then you will understand. You hold the key to love and hate in your trembling hand. One can't lose them both, you know. That key's at your command. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together. Come on and love one another right now. Life is very short. Soldiers die and empires fall. We will surely pass. When the one who left us here returns for us at last, we are but a moment's sunshine fading on the grass. So come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together. Come on and love one another right now. Let me hear you now. That's it. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together. Come on and love one another right now. Love is but a song we sing. Fear's the way we die. Ever since I heard that song, I wanted to say something too, you know. And because I'm a Canadian living in this country, and I love this country, thank you. Don't need to applaud for that. It's really true. I enjoy all of the privileges of it, and also when I go to Europe, I am treated like an American abroad, which isn't so groovy. And at first I used to say, oh, but I'm Canadian, you know, and flash my maple leaf at people. And then I said, no. You know, people are people, and well, I always get my foot in my mouth whenever I try to introduce this song, because I always feel apologetic for the fact that I'm not a very political person, because Canadians, of course, aren't very political. You know, they're always having sort of intramural sports up there, canoe races from one province to the other, you know, and things like that. And flag choosings, and even our Prime Minister isn't very much of a politician. I know some great Pierre Trudeau stories. I heard that when he was elected to office, when he went to the house where he lives, you know, in Ottawa, that he pulled up in a sports car with a girl. That's a true story. Not very political, is it? I also heard that he canoed to Cuba, but that sounds a little far-fetched. I think that's kind of the super Pierre Trudeau story. My song's called The Fiddle and the Drum, and it goes like this. And so once again, my dear Joni, my dear friend, and so once again you are fighting us all. And when I ask you why, you raise your sticks and cry, and I follow, my friend. How did you to trade the fiddle for the drum. You say I have turned like the enemies you've earned, but I can remember all the good things you are. And so I ask you, please, can I help you find the peace and the star, oh my friend? What time is this to trade the handshake for the fist? And so once again, oh America, my friend. And so once again, you are fighting us all. And when we ask you why, you raise your sticks and cry, and we fall. Oh, my friend, how did you come to trade the fiddle for the drum? You say we have turned like the enemies you've earned, but we can remember all the good things you are. And so we ask you, please, can we help you find the peace and the star, oh my friend? We have all come to fear the beating of your drum. Close my part of the evening with Judy and my hit. Both sides now. Rows and flows of angel hair and ice cream castles in the air and feather canyons everywhere. I've looked at clouds circus crowds. I've looked at life that way. But now old friends are acting strange. They shake their heads, they say I've changed. Well, something's lost, but something's gained in living every day. I've looked at life from both sides now, from win and lose, and still somehow it's life's illusions I recall. I really don't know life at all. A few years ago, I read a trilogy by an Englishman named Tolkien, and it left a big impression on me because there's so many different ways that you can read your own things into it and, well, get your own hope and light and everything from it. My favorite character, of course, was a lady wizard by the name of Galadriel. And when the travelers came to her kingdom, before they had to venture off into very dangerous places and everything, she gave them a vial of light, and she said, take this vial, and whenever you're in a dark place, take it out, you know. Well, being into metaphors a lot myself, I decided that what she probably was giving them was a memory of a beautiful time, and with that interpretation and her hope and her memory, well, I borrowed a phrase from him, the Wilderland, which was a place that they had to go through. And the Wilderland is just like it sounded. It's a wilderness and full of all kinds of hoary monsters and things. Just like life. So I call this song, I Think I Understand, Fear is Like a Wilderland. Daylight falls upon the path, the forest falls behind. Today I am not prey to dark uncertainty. The shadow trembles in its wrath. I've robbed its blackness blind and tasted sunlight as my fear came clear to me. Oh, I think I understand. Fear is like a wildernland. above the steeple's chimes. Below me, sleepy rooftops round the harbor. It's there I'll take my thirsty fill of friendship over wine, forgetting fear but never disregarding her. Oh, I think I understand. Fear is like a wilderness, stepping stones or sinking sand. Sometime voices in the night will call me back again, back along the pathway of a troubled mind, when forests rise to block the light that keeps a traveler sane. I'll challenge them with flashes from a brighter time. Oh, I think I understand. Fear is like a wilderness, stepping stones or sinking sand.
Arlo Guthrie and Joni Mitchell are many things, composers, singers, entertainers, storytellers, to name just a few, but they're more than that. They're immensely attractive, bright young people who are freely responding to life, its joys, its sorrows, and its ambiguities, and are asking us to do the same. Feel, they say. Open up to what's happening around you, because if you don't feel, you're dead. This is Steve Allen saying good night for Sounds of Summer. Hello there, glad you could make it. Tonight we're going to Edwardsville, Illinois, to the campus of Southern Illinois University, where the Mississippi River Festival is presenting in concert Arlo Guthrie and Joni Mitchell. We feel that this concert is one of the real high points of Sounds of Summer so far, and when it's over I'm sure you'll agree. To give you a bit of background, Arlo Guthrie, born in Coney Island, New York on July 10th, 1947, is the oldest of three children of the late Woody Guthrie, the classic figure, I suppose, in American folk music. A native of the Oklahoma Dust Bowl who became a voice of the American conscience during the 30s and 40s, Woody Guthrie spent the last 15 years of his life in hospitals, suffering from a gradual and incurable paralysis, before dying in 1967. During a lifetime of wandering and singing, he had written over 1,000 songs, turning the folk song into a medium for social comment and protest. and he remains a compelling influence on the present generation of folk singers. In his own way, with humor, insight, and a distinctly personal style, Arlo Guthrie is carrying on his father's tradition. The home of the Mississippi River Festival is a huge tent, 140 feet long and 170 feet wide. At the main masts, it's 65 feet high, and right now inside the tent, a capacity audience is awaiting the arrival on stage of Arlo Guthrie.
Hi. Are you ready for this, man? This is weird.
Wanna ride on my motorcycle, and I don't wanna tickle. Just wanna ride on my motorcycle, and I don't wanna die. Just wanna ride on my motorcycle. Late last night, the other day, I thought I'd go up and see Ray. So I went up and I saw Ray. There was only one thing Ray could say was, I don't want a pickle. Just wanna ride on my motorcycle, and I don't want a tickle. I'd rather ride on my motorcycle, and I don't wanna die. Just wanna ride on my motorcycle. We've been singing this song for a long time, man. And there was one thing. I mean, everybody knows more or less about how we wrote this song. We've explained like every word, man, but there's always been one thing that no one ever explained the significance of the pickle. That's because the original story wasn't true. It really went like this. It was one day that I was going down a mountain road on my motorcycle, doing 150 miles an hour, playing my guitar. Bob was playing the bass in the sidecar. He was holding it outside, and he had a little wheel at the bottom of it. We were going down the road, playing all kinds of weird stuff. Finally, it was about 3 miles out of town that we hit the drain. The wheel of the bass got caught in the drain. The bass wheel stayed in the drain. Bob grasped the bass without realizing that he was seat-belted in the sidecar. The result was that we both made a very sharp turn off the side of the road. We was going down a 500-foot cliff at 150 miles an hour sideways and 500 feet down at the same time. When we looked around, we was looking for the fuzz. We knew that that was illegal. We didn't see one until we spotted one almost directly below us. There he was. Then we squashed him. We drove into town. Thank you. We drove into town at a screaming 175 miles an hour, singing the Motorcylcle Song. We got into town. We drove up to the local deli. We got out of the bike. And there was a man standing outside with the biggest pickle he ever saw. But we knew that it wasn't a real pickle. And he was asking us weird questions and shoving the pickle in my face. And there was a cord hanging out of the pickle that went up his sleeve. We knew he was weird. It was about that time that the 4-foot sheriff with the 5-foot gun arrived. He walked over. He started writing us out a ticket for illegally going off the road and then landing on them like we did. He was pissed off. He took the pickle out of the hand of the man. And he took the pickle and he threw it up in the air. And he took a 5-foot gun and he shot a 2-inch hole through the center of the pickle. He caught it in his hand in the back as it fell down. He proceeded to write out a 5-foot ticket. Put the 5-foot ticket in a 2-inch hole inside the big pickle. Took the pickle with the ticket inside and shoved it in my jaw. It was at that moment. It was the moment that the pickle entered my mouth with the ticket inside that I knew that I didn't want a pickle. That's when we finished the song. I don't want a pickle. What are you clapping for? Man. We'll do it again. I don't want a pickle. Just wanna ride on the motorcycle. And I don't want a tickle. Just wanna ride on the motorcycle. And I don't wanna die. Just wanna ride on my motorcycle. Well, I don't know, the guys came in from New York, and I came in from Los Angeles. Just finished getting harassed out there. It's kind of... LA is a strange town, man. Did you ever come? I mean, like, if you go into New York City, you know, when you come in from like Europe, they put you through customs, you know, in New York. Well, driving into LA is kind of like going through customs in New York, man. And I came in to L.A. from London one time. It was real weird. They were searching everybody, man, and there was guys in the line that were eating the most incredible things, man, before they had to get searched. There was guys just sticking it in there, man. But the thing is, you know, when you look, they hold you, you know, they hold you around for a while to wait and see what happens to you. They know what you're eating, man, you know. They wait for it to work. It's weird. There was people walking in the walls, man, throwing their luggage around. It's great. We're going to sing you this song about coming into Los Angeles. Coming in from London from over the pole, flying in a big airliner, chicken flying everywhere around the plane. Could we ever feel much finer coming into Los Angeles, bringing in a couple of keys? Don't touch my bags if you please, Mr. Customs Man. Yeah, there's a guy with a ticket to Mexico. No, he couldn't look much stranger, walking in a hall with his things at all, smiling said it was his own ranger, coming into Los Angeles, bringing in a couple of keys. Don't touch my bags if you please, Mr. Customs Man. Walking on the moving floor, tripping on the escalator. There's a man in the line and she's blowing his mind, thinking that it's already made her. Coming into Los Angeles, bringing in a couple of keys. Don't touch my bags if you please, Mr. Customs Man. Yeah. Coming in from London from over the pole, flying in the big airliner, chicken flying everywhere around the plane. Could we ever feel much finer coming into Los Angeles, bringing in a couple of keys? Don't touch my bags if you please, Mr. Customs Man. Yeah. You like that? We'll do it again. Friends I used to know are coming by to ask me if my situation's high, 'cause sometimes I just stare at the sky. Up is down, before a crown I cry. If you would just drop by sometime, if you would just drop by, possibly make it up sometime. I can be there if I try. The whole world keeps spinning me around, bringing me up and bringing me down, but I can't get there with my feet on the ground. Maybe I ought to start digging a hole around my feet on the ground. If you would just drop by sometime, if you would just drop by, if you can possibly make it up sometime, I can be there if I try. You know, once in a while, as I sit and stare, I get the feeling that there's no one there. Look at me now as I roll off my chair. How did I know that a chair could be out where I usually stare? You would just drop by sometime, if you would just drop by, if you can possibly make it up sometime, I can be there if I try. Kind of weird. This song that we're gonna sing, it's really weird, man. There was a whole lot of people over there I can't see. This song, it was the first time that the first Pharaoh kid, he was sitting out on the front porch one day, and everything was groovy, man. He was hanging in and he was looking at the sun, and the trees were growing, and the sky was grooving, the birds were singing, and everything was beautiful. And all of a sudden, man, the Nile overflowed. I remember when I went to school, I said, yeah, the Nile overflowed, and it brought up all the mud from the bottom of the river, and it made the land fertile. That's a lot of bunk, man. It was already fertile. And the river came and wiped out all the trees and the birds and the things that was growing. And when the river left, man, it was just sand. There was nothing there. And the Pharaoh looked out, he said, wow, man, did you see that? The river just came and wiped it all out. And he stood there for a while, man, a few days. It was so weird. And everything dried out, and there was nothing there, man, but dry, sandy land. And the Pharaoh said, wow, it's dry, sandy land. I'll get my seeds. So the Pharaoh went in, and he got his stash, man, cleaned it, took the seeds out, started planting them all over the place. It was weird. Anyway, it was years later that Moses came sailing down the river. right? And he stopped in a pile of weeds. And the princess was down there, and she said, wow, there's a kid, man, come floating down the river. And he just stopped here in the weeds. And he's groovy. So she picked him up, man. She stopped. They started touching the kid. He was so groovy. He was so beautiful. They all went around touching him, man. And it was out of sight. So they said, hey, man, he must be Moses, right? So they brought him into the castle there, and everything. He grew up learning all of the stuff that all of the guys had to know, right? I mean, the Pharaoh said, well, teach him everything, man. Teach him how to plant, and do the whole trip. It was years later that Moses was splitting with the people. And he went up to Pharaoh, he didn't just say, Pharaoh, let my people go. He said, Pharaoh, let us go with some dope. Pharaoh said, I don't know, Moses. It's been a hard year, right? But it's not as hard as now, right? So the Pharaoh eventually gave in. Yeah, it was that old Egyptian purple. And the Pharaoh said, okay, and Moses took the dope and they started walking down to the Red Sea. And they got to the ocean, man. It was a big, wide ocean. And you heard, right, that when they got there, that the sea opened up, right? And that they walked through. Wow. Man, they were so stoned when they got to that sea. It was so groovy that they swam across, right? But they knew that it was illegal on the other side. And they knew that they wasn't going to lie about it because they knew that nobody could swim across the ocean straight, right? So they said, well, man, the sea opened up. We got through. Everybody knows that part of the story. Nobody knows about what happened to the Pharaoh's cats, right? The Straits. They came marching after Moses. Down the chariots and the horses, and the guys were walking double time, triple time, flying down the sand. They got to the sea and they said, wow, look at that sea. Hey, man, all those Jews are swimming across the sea. What are we going to do? Yeah. Pharaoh, big cat, looked up and said, well, man, we can't let him go like that. We let him go, there'll be nobody to bust here in Egypt, man. That's happening in Los Angeles right now, man. All the cats are leaving because of the earthquake. And the cops again, there's nobody. They're harassing everybody because they're afraid that pretty soon there won't be anybody left except other cops to harass. What a drag that would. Can you imagine going up to a cop and say, let me see your license, right? They're doing that. Big cops are saying that to little cops. It's weird. Out there, the little ones are 6'4", though. It's kind of, you got to be careful. Anyway, they was going, and they started wading in the water. The Pharaoh's cats, men took the chariot, took the horses, started swimming with all the armor and all the heavies that, they didn't make it. They drowned right there. And Moses looked back and said, wow, man. Wow, what a drag. All those cats, man, just jumped in and drowned. So he threw some dope back in the water, and they've been straight ever since. You can dig why, man. They don't want to have to swim across any more oceans, and that's groovy. And they left the dope there with the drowned Pharaoh cats. I don't know really what that has to do, with this song. It's kind of, we'll just sing it for you. But I heard that the ocean, Edgar Casey says that the ocean is going to come, a 2-foot wave is going to come over the Rocky Mountains and, right, and wipe out all of California and all the Rocky Mountains are going to be islands. And what happens once it gets on the other side of the Rockies? Man, there's nothing to stop it. right? It just has to get lower and lower till it finally gets to Illinois. But it's going to stop here. You guys are all right, you know. You don't have to do nothing. Just watch it, you know. Because he didn't say where in Illinois it was going to stop. But why don't you guys start getting a lot of sand, you know, and cabanas and stuff like that, hot dog stands and beaches and a whole... Just set it up. Wait for it to roll in, man. Wouldn't that be groovy? One of these days about 12 o'clock, this whole world gonna reel and rock. Pharaoh's army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't weep. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you bawl. Oh, Mary, don't weep, don't you bawl. Pharaoh's army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't weep. Seeing as how you cats don't have to do much, you know what you gotta watch out for the Great Lakes, though. They're going down into the Gulf of Mexico. It could be a drag if you're kind of, you know, in the way. What? I don't know if it'll help, man, but you might start singing this song. If I could, I surely would stand on the rock that Moses stood. Pharaoh's army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't weep. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you bawl. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you bawl. Pharaoh's army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't weep. One of these days about 10:30, the whole wide world gonna start again. You know that the army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't weep. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you bawl. Oh, What'd you say, man? I can't hear. It don't make it up here, man. It might be very groovy down there. What do I do with my picks? Can you dig that Moses is still around, man? He's walking around. I don't want to blow it, you know. He might not even know it. What a gas. I hate reaching in my pockets on stage, you know. Especially when your hands are sweaty, you know, and you got tight pants. I mean, they're not tight. But your pockets always kind of come up with your hand, and anything you got in it kind of falls out, you know. That's a drag, man. All narcs around. What you got in them pockets? I come from Coney Island. We got a lot of... That's in Brooklyn. That's in New York. And we got New York City State. And we got a lot of that good country music out there in West Coney Island. We're going to do some of it for you here. Wow, my fingers are coming off. Not now, man. This is the... You like the name of that, right? You guys, man, keep getting faster. We'll do that slow, man. It's almost raining out. That ain't a rain dance, man. Let's do that again. You know what I got, man? Sweat in my eye. That's weird stuff, sweat in your eye. We're gonna do this one last song here, and then, I don't know. Is that your string?
You have your six? Thank you.
Oh, yeah, man. You don't know who those guys are. You just think they're guys sitting up there. But they're really beautiful cats, man. That's John Pilla playing guitar, and that's Bobby Arkin playing bass. And Paul Modian playing the drums.
I remember now the time you left. You thought to say farewell, but for how long you would be gone, there was no way to tell. You just set out upon your road. It caused you lots of grief and took you many places that you came too far to leave. Alone for years you sailed round. At last your ship come in. Well, charge admission on her deck or sail out again. Among the people that you met are some you'll see again, with perfumed flowers in your hands. You stood there in the rain. They set the stage for anything, and everyone was game. You came alone, and now at home they stop and ask your name. Alone for years you sailed around. At last your ship come in. Well, charge admission on her deck or sail out again. You'd like to see your friends again, the ones left on the road, and to ramble round from town to town and tell me what's been told, and sing the song you sang before you sat before the king. And fate alone will guide you on and give you words to sing.
Groovy. We don't know too much more. We can do that in 4-part harmony. What key should we do that in?
D, I think.
D. Alice's Restaurant. Thank you. Just heard Alice's Restaurant in D in 4-part harmony. Well, hey, I want to do something that you guys never did. Impossible. Okay. Put your arms around me like a circle around the sun. You know I love you, mama, when my ears are riding sun. You don't believe I love you. Look at the fool I've been. You don't believe I'm sinking. Look at the hole I'm in. Stealing, stealing. Pretty mama, don't you tell on me. But I'm stealing back to my same old used to be. I figure we got about 10 years, man, for it all happen. Can you dig it? Can you dig it all happening, man? You ain't digging it that well, man. Imagine, man, just imagine the day the cat comes down and say, hi there. Yeah, you'll be sitting there saying, what? You can't say what to the Lord, man. You gotta say, like, oh, I'm all right. Am I? Right? And then he looks you in the eye, and then you know if you're groovy. You ought to know, like, you should know now, man. I mean, there's a lot more room in this tent than just for people. You can dig that. So when you're singing this song, man, you gotta sing it like he's right there saying, what's happening? Because that's what he's saying. It may be that we're going too fast. Why don't you sing like every third word? Or can you imagine like if everybody sang a different word? If it were kind of, or a different syllable, right? So it went kind of, how, that. Can you imagine everybody doing that? That's communism. I know, man. People in the back ain't gonna sing, right? Because they, that's Pete Seeger's song. Hey, man. Can you? Well, you know, it's like you can sing the whole thing, and then you won't have to worry about it, right? It's only if you sing part of it, and so I mean, like everybody's singing a different part to get the whole song done. That's when you have to worry, right? Unless if you sing the whole thing, man, you got nothing to sweat out there. Though we're sweating up here. You know? So when it comes around again, man, if you want to be a red fascist commie weirdo freak, sing a couple of words. Or don't sing at all, man. That's like sabotaging the American way. You got only one choice, man. Let's do it. Yeah, man.
Well, sir, it's been a long time since I've seen an entertainer establish that kind of rapport with an audience. And it becomes even more remarkable when you realize that Arlo Guthrie is only 22 years old. I don't know about you, but I think I need a minute to think about that. Sounds of Summer will return with Joni Mitchell from the Mississippi River Festival after a brief pause for station identification.